Welcome back, it's your boy Day Patrol and we are back on Carx Drift Racing Online. In today's video I got my top 5 drift cars in Carx Drift Racing Online. It's just my opinion, you do not have to agree with me, but in my opinion these 5 cars are the best cars for me. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video and turn your post notifications on, and let's continue. But overall, if you have a good setup for any car is gonna be pretty fine. But the first car is the Flash in my opinion. It's super easy to drift, it's pretty long, so it's it's pretty easy to drift with it. It doesn't switch, like do side switching too fast, so it's easy for beginners. Damn, I'm doing this live so it's kind of hard to talk, but bear with me. You don't need a crazy good setup for this car to be able to do some tandems. As you can see right now, I'm doing some. The car has good amount of power, and the looks of it as well, it just looks so nice. It's such a clean looking car. It's not hard to build a car either. Like, you don't need to be a master at fucking tuning to have a good setup for this car. I'm going to be posting a tune for it pretty soon, and let's get to the second car. So the second car in my opinion is the Phoenix NX. It's just beautiful car, bro, straight up, and it's easy to drive as well. Basically all of my cars is gonna be pretty easy to drive. What the fuck? It's a tier 2 car I think, so it's pretty easy to get the car if you're brand new to the game. It's not that hard to get it, and it's not extremely expensive either, and it's just such a good car. It's so easy to drive it, and don't need to be a master at tuning as the car before as well. You can get a simple tune for it and it's gonna be pretty good to drive. It can hold some fucking massive angle as well. It's a really good sounding car as well. It sounds like it's kind of supposed to sound like the SR20 engine is supposed to be in it, and it kind of sounds almost like the SR20. So it's a good sounding car, it's a good looking car, it's easy to drive, and yeah, it has a lot of body kits as well, so a whole lot of modifications you can do and you can make it unique. Third car in my list is going to be, so my third car on my list is Wellington. Extremely good car, extremely easy to drive it. Definitely recommend using it. It's like really popular car as well. A lot of people use it. It can hold a lot of angle, and it's just great for tandeming. It's a good chase car, it's a good lead car. Damn it, as I say, I spin out. It's really good for leading, it's good for following, and of course I'm using the 90 Ahedian because I don't really like drifting on 100. If you're trying to get better at tandems, drift on 90s. You have more time to react and stuff because it's a lot slower. The car is really good looking as well. A lot of modifications can be done, like a lot of body kits and stuff. You can make it your unique, and it's a pretty short based car, so it switches pretty quickly. But if you're a pretty good driver, you can still manage to be smooth, and it sounds really nice as well. Pretty close to the real life like SR20. Then look at how good it holds like the line and angle at the same time. It's just a fucking good car. It's definitely one of my favorite cars in Carx by looks and by the capability of drifting it. It's just such a good car. And the fourth car on my list is Cobra. The V8s do not sound that good in this game, but this car sounds pretty fine. It's not the worst sounding V8 we have in the game. It's definitely a dope car to drift. It handles really well. The only downside in my opinion is that it's like extremely long, and if the car in front of you is small, it's pretty hard to see how far you are from the other car's rear, so sometimes you might hit someone a little bit. Definitely a good car to be tandeming with. You can hold a whole lot of fucking angle. It's fast if you want it to be shit. I'm off the line. If you like making like liveries, there's plenty of space where you can make some liveries for this car. It doesn't switch sides as fast. So basically, yeah, the car is great. Definitely need a pretty good setup for it. And drift really good as well. I suggest trying it out. Just make sure you build a pretty good setup for it. And the fifth car on my list is gonna be, and the fifth and the last car on my list is Fujin SX. Well, the car is pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's dope. It sounds nice. It can drift really well. You probably think my favorite color is white now because almost all my cars are white. There's plenty of space to make a livery on it as well. Pretty big car. It's pretty long as well. You need a good setup for this car. You just gotta take your time, build your car, just build the setup. It needs to be good setup, otherwise it's not gonna be that good of a car. But basically any car with a good setup is a good car, as long as you can build a good setup for it. See how it's holding its line, bro? Just a little bit of brakes right there and we are going in smooth. Can throw a nice 360, not so nice as I planned, but it's a 360 wall tap. Sounds definitely nice, in my opinion at least. It sounds nice. You gotta make sure you build a good setup for it. You can make it look unique as well. You can build your own style and there's not gonna be another car looking like that. It's just such a good looking car, man. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on as well, like the video as well, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, bro.